Hi all, this is M0 AOV slash LZ2 AOV, and updates at the moment. I'm in Bulgaria at the moment and sorting out my radio room come Radio Shack here, and I've already sorted out my HF radios that I use at the moment, and I'm just sorting out my VHF UHF. So what that consists of is a 9700 ICOM and a couple of amplifiers for 2 and 70 centimeters, and a PDT multiplier, which is that there. You can pick those up from the DX shop in the UK. The multiplier is just on top. At the moment you can see just there, that's 2 meters, that's 70 centimeters. So from the left 2 meters, the middle 70 centimeters, and 23 centimeters is that one that's got nothing in because I haven't got an amplifier for it. So I've just been setting it up this week. I've been setting all this part up for the VHF UHF, so I want to try and keep it separate from my HF stuff. So I've got a couple of PCs here that I'm using for the part of the station VHF UHF. So 9700 left and right speaker, and I've also got that SWR meter that I actually use. So the way I'm doing it is from the radio SWR meter to the 2 amplifiers. So the one I'm using here, that's an Atlas X2 silent RF power amplifier. That's what it says on it. That's a 1 kilowatt one for 2 meters. Next is a TAJFUN 1000. That's for 2 and 70 centimeters, and it's 500 watts on 2 and 70. Problems I had. So with the 2 meter one, I didn't really have any problems because at the moment I've got to set my antennas up, my high powered antennas. Like I say, this one's a kilowatt, so I've got a couple of beams that's got to go up at some point. I've got a couple of towers that's got to go up as well, so when they go up next year, because now we're into December, so it's a little bit cold and that. So what I've got to do is sort all that, the antennas, coax, towers up, then I can get sorted out on here. Been using a dummy load for the power, goes up to 250 megs. So I haven't done the 70 centimeters one on there yet, but I've done the 2 to make sure it works, same as this, because I've had them transported from the UK. So that's 1 kilowatt dummy load up to 250 megs. This one, no problem at all. What you have to check, because there's not much information on YouTube or anywhere else about the amplifiers. It says where you can actually go and buy them, which is ITA. What is it? italabs.it in Italy. And you can buy them from, well, you can buy the amplifiers from there. Sorry about me moving, I'm just moving in my chair to get the right information. So let's just do it a little bit more. It might be shaking the video because I'm using my phone. What it is you need to check and see what amplifiers they've got, because this is their website, this is another website, and this sells the ITA Lab Atlas 1000, which this comes under. It's exactly the same front panel and everything, but this one is a 1 kilowatt. Let's try and focus this a little bit better. This is a 1 kilowatt for let me think, it's for I think 89 megs to 108 megs. That's what that one is. And as you can see on the front, it says Atlas 1 kilowatt silent, but exactly the same writing at the top is on this one. But when this one comes on, it actually says amateur radio. This one is for, as I said, 80 odd megs up to 108 megs. So you just make sure which one you actually get. I'll go on to this other video, or not video, but document. Tells you exactly where to connect it. You connect your power to there, your antenna from outside or wherever you got it to there, and that one's to your radio, and that's to your PTT. That's all it is. Right, so the other story is, when I got my TAJFUN 1000, I wasn't sure if it was working, so I got it, couldn't get it to work, no PTT, no nothing, so I was a little bit worried whether something had gone wrong with the amplifier. So I went and found their website, and on there it's got some programs that you can use with this amplifier, because on the back, as you can see, you've got RF in, which is from your radio to the amplifier, so that's the RF input, and you got the RF output, which is to your antenna. Your power in, you've got a data cable and a USB and the PTT. The amplifier wouldn't PTT at all, so I was a little bit worried. So what I did, I started up the software, which is this one. So I started that up and try and figure out the USB connection. I found out it was USB COM5. That's on my PC. When it loads up, it comes on there as COM5, so that was okay. I used this piece of software to see if I could connect it, because it wants an IP address. So I found out the IP address, got it connected, that was okay, but still no PTT. So I thought, okay, try all the software that it had on the website, which is 4 different ones. 3 are the same but updates, so that would be that one, which it says version 1008, and then next to it is a TAJFUN 1000. And as far as I was aware, the one on the left hand side, the piece of software on the left, is like a utility for it, or admin type of program. So I went on that, and when I loaded it up, it actually came up like this. So I put in the COM port, it found the IP when I connected it up, and it's got their last, as you can see just at the top, it's greyed out, last 10 alarms. So I thought, okay, have a look, see what the alarms were. Had a look, there was 10 alarms, and I cleared them. So once I actually cleared, this is what you'd probably have to do if you had a problem and you did have this amplifier and it wasn't PTT, and this is one thing I would say, just go and check. Install that program, load it up, look at the last 10 alarms, and then clear them. maybe, because I think there's a last 10 alarms, right IP, connect, reset. So sorry about the camera shaking. I'm holding it at the moment, so that's why. Preset might do the whole amplifier and preset it, but with the last 10 alarms, that'll get rid of any alarms that had come up on the amplifier, and all of a sudden the amp started PTTing. So that was the way I sorted mine out. I was a little bit worried because it's nearly 2,000 quid, £2,000, a lot of money just to have an amplifier that's not working. I might have to send it back to get it working. So that's that program, utility program, I would say. So just in case, install that and actually find out what the USB connection is, the COM port, and then the IP address, then put them in and use it that way. Okay, with this 2-meter amplifier, I wasn't sure because the power input says between 4 and 7 watts. That one says for TAJFUN 1000, that one says up to 16 watts. So with the 2-meter one, it says between 4 and 7 watts in, and it should get a kilowatt. I did it, and all I got was roughly around about 400 watts. So I got in touch with the company, asked them, okay, what should I do just to make sure it does 100 watts, because I've done it before on manuals, so it's always getting in touch. It's always better getting in touch with the manufacturer for what the manual says to what in, let's say, real life, call it, what you should actually do. I don't want to blow an amplifier up because it's like 1,500 quid, something like that. So got in touch, they said okay, start with the lowest power from the radio and then go up till you get 1,000 watts. So on the 9700, put it on 2 meters, and I got the percentage, because it does it from 0 to 100% on the 9700, same as the 7300, and the percentage for me, don't forget this is just for me, was 23%, and then I got a kilowatt out of it. So 23%, it should be something like, because on 2 meters it's supposed to be 100 watts, 100%, but it's not. Everything's different to what they actually tell you to what you get out of them. So 23% should be roughly 23 watts. But that's where I got out, 23%, and I got a kilowatt from this radio. Sorry, this amplifier. With this one, always check as well. Sorry, I'll just go back on something with this. Same as with both amplifiers. Check on FM what you have to do, and then check on SSB what you have to do, because you've probably got two different power settings. So that's what I would do. I always do it with my HF amplifiers, just to make sure that I don't blow the amplifier up. With this one, once again, I started the lowest power, and I think it's roughly 22% with 400 watts on SSB and 14% with 466 watts on FM. Sorry, 12.9 watts. So 14% from the 9700, and it comes out as 12.4 watts. Not the 14 that it should be. 14% should be 14 watts, but it's not. It's 12.9, and I get 466. So that'll do that. I just needed to make sure that everything was working. Then I could leave this up and running and wait for the antennas to be installed. So always check the software on the website for the amplifiers. If there's any utilities, install them as well, just in case you need them. start off with the lowest power to run the radio, and go up, increase the power until you get the power out that you should be getting. Because what it says on the 9700 as well for the power output is totally different to what you actually get in real life. So that's as far as I've got at the moment with my VHF UHF. Once I get the antennas and towers up and that, then I'll do a video on that. But at least it gives you an idea of what I'm doing on VHF UHF. And I don't really see much videos on these amplifiers. With this one, it's very easy, because even in the manual and that, it says you've got stop, so it goes into a kind of a standby. You've got start to actually be able to use the amplifier. This is once it's powered up. So it's very easy to use this amplifier. With this one, it says in the manual, I think you'll have to recheck if you have one of these amplifiers, just check and read the manual, because I haven't found any video. Well, sorry, I found a German guy doing some videos, but that's for the 1 kilowatt on, I think, 2 meters. That his is. So totally different, because this is 270 and this is 2 meters. And very good video just to look at and see how it works and that kind of thing, or see what he's doing. But when you power it on the back, it's got a power switch, so you get to hear the fan as soon as it powers on. You see the lights, the bottom green one said it's powering on. So now you just wait. There it goes. And it might be a little bit too bright. Right, it says home QSO and contest. And that's really just for the fans. So what I normally do is put it in home QSO. And at the top you can see 70 centimeters and 2 meters at the bottom. All you do, whichever one you want, press that, it goes down. So now you can see it on 2 meters. Hopefully, let's see if this will focus. There you go. And you've got your little buttons, got your touchscreen that you can use. And what it says in the manual, I'm not 100% because I'll have to reread it, but this is from what I can remember. If it's in this mode, then you should be able to transmit through it, and there won't be going any power out from the amplifier, just from your radio. I've done it, and I get power out on 2 meters. So yeah, it's a little bit weird. I'm gonna reread the manual and just make sure, but this is just some information, hopefully to help you if you've got one of these amplifiers for 2 meters and 70 centimeters, just in case, because there's no real video showing you anything. Like I say, that's the back of the amplifier. Very easy to set up. Same as the software, that's very easy to set up. You've got your COM port, it'll do its own IP address, then you can write it to the radio. All you need to do, like I say, I'll just do it now because I've connected turned the amplifier on. Click on connect, it turns it off, goes and finds everything because it's saying trying to communicate. It'll communicate, it gets the IP address, and it's all up and running, ready to work. So there's the information of the amplifier, and that's all you need to do. It's gone back to the front screen. If you're going to do a contest or talk quite a bit, then you press the contest QSO, because that'll keep an eye on your fan. I don't normally, just a normal QSO. Press that, and then you've got all your values. Press it again, goes back out. Bar graph, there's an error. So with an error, all you do, turn the amplifier back off. It says temperature alarm, SWR high. Let's turn that off and then turn it back on. So that'll load back up. Let me just press disconnect. So there it is, back on. Go back into this, put it on 2 meters. Sorry about there's a light on my phone and it's on it. Okay, so I'm back. So now you can see at the bottom, where are we? Here. It says online. There's the information for the amplifier. And I'm still in home and contest QSO. Press the home QSO. Goes back to it. Press it down to go onto 2 meters, which I've done, and now you could use the amplifier. But as I was saying, as far as I'm aware, I'd have to reread the manual. In this mode, it should go through that your power from your radio you're going to be using. Just the power from the radio should go through to the antenna. If you then click onto standard or one of the others, you should get something like this up, and then the amplifier should be in order to work. But click it again to go back. What I found, even in this situation, if you put any power from the radio to the amplifier is working, and it shouldn't. So like I say, check on the manual, just 100%. Make sure you're sorted. I'm just giving you this video to hopefully help, because there's not many videos out there. With this one, I haven't seen any videos out there at all, because with this you can put your call sign in there, you can change the time, change the language, and that's about it. As I say, if you put it in stop, it goes into standby, so then I know for a fact that whatever power you put from the radio to the amplifier, it's just the power from the radio that goes out. Once you press start again, it goes into PTT and says PTT, and if you put whatever power from the radio to the amplifier is then working. So if you want to stop again and just speak to somebody locally, not DX or anything, then you put it to stop, and then just the power from the radio goes out. So it's a very big amplifier. That one's quite a big amplifier as well. Not tried them with antennas yet, just with a dummy load, and as I say, 1 kilowatt from this one, and you'll get, I'd have to sort out the power from the radio 100%, but you'll get 500 watts from there, no problem at all. So if you need any more videos regarding TAJFUN 1000 for 2 and 70 centimeters, or this Atlas X2 silent RF power amplifier for 2 meters, then just let me know and I'll do something on that. But with the PTT line, it stays green, whichever band it's on, so 2 or 70 or 23. Just at the side there you've got a little LED. When you first load it up, I'll just do it now. When you first load it up, you'll see them all three green. And then because it's on 2 meters, you'll see that one just on. And that's with this. Let's turn the power all the way off. And I want it to PTT. And then let's turn this volume down for both. And then you'll see it when I go on to 70 centimeters, it'll change. The green one will go to the right hand side. So there it goes. So now the LEDs on this one, green LED, that one's off, that one's off. Press it again and it goes back to the 2 meter one. So if you want to run a couple of amplifiers, then the best thing is the PTT. I think it's called an accumulator. Let me just make sure, don't want to give you wrong advice. Sorry, PTT multiplier from DX shops. You can buy from eBay, and they're a little bit different. They do exactly the same job. I don't know the price, so just check on eBay if you want. But you can either buy it from eBay or the DX shop, whichever one's your choice. I got mine from DX shop. Okay, hopefully that'll help people wanting to do 2 or 3 different amplifiers on the 9700, and at least you've seen what I've got and what I'm doing at the moment. Let's just make sure. So here at the back of this amplifier, just turn the power on. There's the amp. So at the moment that would be in, ready to transmit. So just press that, stop at the top, and it says standby. You need to push start again. With this, in this mode, whatever power from the radio, that's all you're going to get. Press start, and that's ready. Push PTT, and radio to the amplifier. Amplifier puts whatever power out from that. Put it back into standby, and that's it. You can hear the fans. The fans are there all the time. So hopefully you'll enjoy either amplifier if you've got one. 73s for now. Any more information, just send a message on YouTube. 73s, guys.